lock up in, I'm your number one fan. Showtime. Hit me with that backstage passing, you love, you love, you love. Showtime. Let's make it spectacular, spectacular. Showtime, baby, it's showtime.
Hard work and dedication, no days off. You gotta go get it, cause they ain't gonna give it to you. We never have a handout, we have our plan out. We never try to fit in, cause we already stand out. I am your host, Hollywood Mac, and I'm joined by my brother.
You already know, man. Rock the Rider, Tyler Meyer, Rock, whatever y'all want to call me, man. We in the building.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen, today we are introducing our newest guest to the pod, to the vision. My girl, my sister, my cousin, whatever, just family. Raquel Hall. I'm gonna let her explain all of her.
Well, you said guest.
Yes, I was just about to edit
that. She's not
that.
a guest. She's a new host.
Well, let's fix that. That's what I meant.
New co-host.
New co-host.
All right, get it right, man.
You got my back today?
Me and you.
Oh,
today.
that's what I'm talking about. So you didn't have it last time. So
Gotta
good
correct me.
job.
You know what I'm saying?
Good job. Thank you. Well, thank y'all so much for having me as one of the new co-hosts of The Vision.
For sure.
I am Raquel Hall. I have many, many, many jobs, but just to name a few, I am a preschool teacher. I am an entrepreneur. I have my own mobile bartending business that is called Pretty Girls on the Rocks. We travel everywhere. If you want to find us on social media, it is Pretty Girls on the Rocks at Instagram, Facebook, Gmail. We kept that name, so for everything. I also teach bartending classes. I also am a real estate agent, and I also am a life insurance agent. And last but not least, I am a motivational speaker.
Scuba diver.
Go.
What else you doing?
A security guard.
All that.
Let's go. So listen, our actual guest joining us today for the conversation on relationships, part 2, is Nina Mack.
Hello, hello.
Go ahead, tell the people what you do.
So I was originally, I know a lot of people with the name change, it was Queen C Live, but I'm doing a rebranding right now. So it's Nina Mack on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. I have, just like Raquel said, she got a lot going on. I do too. I'm like a Jill of all trades. Hence my business is called Jill of Trades Media, which I do videography, photography, graphic design. I'm also an event curator. I have the Live as Bingo game show, and that started in 2017, and I still got it rolling now. And it's like a mixture of a bingo game show and also a regular game show. So bingo and a game show mixed together like a whole big bingo party. Other than that, I'm a content creator as well. I do a lot of marketing for businesses and brands in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta for about 8 years, originally from Buffalo, New York. So that's pretty much my little spiel.
How you
Let's
like that?
go.
I love the A. At first, I didn't like it. I think was because I wasn't used to it yet. And, coming from a small town like Buffalo and moving to a big city, it was just a big change. So at first I didn't, but now I'm like in the groove of things. So it's just like home.
All right. That's what's up.
For sure.
So how was everybody's weekend? Everybody's weekend was cool?
It was great. Could have been better, but it was great.
Yeah,
how was your weekend, sir?
You know what?
How was your weekend yesterday, sir?
Yeah, listen, my weekend was dope. You understand what I'm saying? It was dope. I know where you
How
going
about
with
those Bills, sir?
Listen, how about them? They made it to the AFC Championship.
Where your outfit at, sir?
We came up a little short. You
Where
gonna let me
your
talk?
outfit at?
You gonna let
I
me
just want to know
talk?
where your outfit at, because you was talking real greasy a couple weeks ago. Real greasy. They gonna win the
I'm
Super
still with
Bowl.
it. I'm still with it.
Where your outfit at, though? What you got on? Jackson State?
Mm-hmm.
That don't look like, you don't even got Buffalo State on. You got Jackson State on.
Mm-hmm.
You repping Jackson State?
I like the outfit.
Okay, I feel
I got you. Don't worry about
But
it.
you don't like Buffalo Bills?
No, he don't mess with the Bills. So we it's
Wait,
3
he's not
against
from
1.
Buffalo though, right? Either. So it's I guess.
Oh no, he from Buffalo.
You from Buffalo, window?
Hold on, ATL. Hold on, ATL.
You don't even
I'm
want him to tell
still
you his
Buffalo.
team.
I'm still Buffalo.
You don't want him to tell you his team.
No. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
who
my
is your
team.
team?
My team that won yesterday. My homeboy.
Who lives here?
But
and
listen,
likes
homeboy.
KC?
here's the thing though, right?
My homeboy.
He ain't no my
Here's
For
the
the
thing,
win.
right?
For the
He
W.
just
A
became
cheater.
a Kansas City fan when after Mahomes won the first Super Bowl.
You said that's when I.
Oh.
You're wrong.
Okay. Well,
You're wrong about that.
okay. Explain
You're
yourself.
wrong about
Explain
that.
yourself.
I've been a Kansas City fan ever since Christian Okoye.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. What year was that?
You tell me.
Tell me, big dog.
94.
Because you spoke for me.
94.
You spoke for me. It's not let me speak for myself. So since you know me better than me, you tell me when I became a KC fan.
94.
All right, cool. I ain't gonna listen. I know it's a tough. I know you Bills Mafia. She's obviously.
But why was you a KC fan back then?
I never
It wasn't.
I never really. I was a fan of running backs. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite running back back then. So yeah, so I wrote one. Anyway, I'm gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to some of these current events and things that's been going on in the world. So let me ask you this, man. Did you get the joints I sent you? Different clips I sent you?
Yeah, you sent me like 1 million.
Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna play a couple and I'm gonna let y'all react. You know what I'm saying? What is this first one? Hold on, let me find this joint right
Now, which one was this? Where was this at?
This is a clip I sent you the other day.
From where? Which
when
one?
we was at my brother's event and I was playing you the joint. But I'm gonna play this one first. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all think about this.
Support on myself is wrong. So what am I supposed to use my child support on? As long as my 7 kids are taken care of, it doesn't matter what I use my child support for. I don't know why people care that I go do my nails, that I go do my hair, that I go to the spa, that I go on vacations with my child support money. It doesn't matter. My kids are taken care of. I understand if my kids didn't have anything they need, didn't have anything they want, then it's understandable. But they have everything. They're not missing anything. So who cares if I splurge on myself? Me going to the spa, going on vacation, it helps me with my mental health. It helps me be stress-free. And that's when I could be the best parent that I could be to my children. I get $3,200 between my 7 children in child support. I separate at least $500 and use that for them. The rest is for me. In order for me to be the best version of myself for my children, I have to put myself first. So once again, please tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because spending child support on myself, there's nothing wrong with that. Apparently, using my child support on myself is...
Okay. So, let's tell her what she's doing wrong. Who want to comment on that one first?
I can comment on that.
All right.
First of all, I don't think everything she said was wrong.
Okay.
The only thing she messed up when she said $500 out of $3,200 on 7 kids. I don't even know how she's splurging. I don't know how she's spending $500 on 7 kids. Like that's some difference. But one thing she did say that as a mother I'm gonna have to say, if all her kids is taken care of, I just feel as if deep down inside, and I'm gonna say a woman because we talking about as a woman, she's talking about her. What does it matter what she spent her child support on? If she want to take her child support and throw it from the roof of the building, long as she takes care of her kids. Now, if her kids are missing food, clothes, the necessities, and was hungry, I agree. She was dead. She would be dead wrong because she getting $3,200 a month. But if she just said that her kids are well taken care of, they're not missing anything.
Do you think they
then
want to take care of with that 500?
But I also think she capped with the $500 and 7 kids. I think that she's basically just was saying $500 to, for it to go viral. I personally believe she's just saying basically that she takes her child support and she goes to get her feet, her nails, and her hair done for her own mental. Is she wrong for that? No, because she spends her check on the kids as well. So what does it matter which end it come out of? So if I take the $3,200 and spend it on the kids, or if I take my $3,200 and spend it on the kids, does it really matter as long as the kids are taken care of?
All right.
I agree. As long as the kids are taken care of, I guess it doesn't matter. But I don't know. When I was like peeping over there, it didn't look like the kids was being taken care of. I don't know the way she looked.
Kids ain't being taken care of.
But she might feel
Them
that
kids
way.
Is being neglected.
She might feel that way, but as long as the kids are taken care of and they have like the necessities, I think that's perfectly fine. Like I don't have any kids myself, so I don't really know how it feels to like have 7 kids, 1 kid alone. But I know like, a lot of mothers that have kids, they be needing a break. They be needing, like what she said, like getting their nails done, hair done to feel good, to do good, and to be better for a better mom to the kids. So I agree with that. But I mean, is the kids really being taken care of? We don't know that. If she said that, then we only can give her credit for what she said to us. But we don't know.
I mean, to me, it's just clearly they're not being taken. I just think, okay, I got 3. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's out the house. She's grown, but I got 2 that's at home, and $500. I'm just thinking $500. How is $500 going to take care of 7 kids?
Cause she capping.
She probably has a lot of assistance as well, like a lot of EBT,
But
and
not
then
really, because she got $3,200 coming in child support.
so if she got 32 in child support, she's not getting EBT.
Well, what happens is if you got $3,200 coming in child support, right? They have to count that as income. Then if she got a job, that's her income. So she probably won't qualify for EBT, and assistance.
That's it's a cap somewhere.
So that's why I'm trying to say, ain't no way that she is literally being able to take care of 7 kids with $500. But if she would have said, I take the whole $3,200 and I take $500 for myself, it would have never went viral.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because that makes sense.
But she had to cap some kind of way to get that going.
Where you at with it?
My thing is, how many baby daddies do she got? Is it one? Is how much is that one paying that $3,200? No,
that's not it.
You know what I mean?
But what do it matter?
Well, the thing about it is if you getting a certain amount from all these baby daddies, my thing is, or if it's coming from one, right? Because a lot of times, a lot of women, they still asking the baby father for stuff after he paying child support on top of that. But my thing is, if you saying your kids is being taken care of with $500 and you paying the bills and you still got money to splurge, you should be putting some money away for a rainy day, because then if you just spending all the money down to zero and you relying on the child support, and what if the father get hurt? What if he can't work? What if the child support go down? Now you used to that same amount, but now you're going to be like, oh, because a lot of times women be like, oh, well, he ain't doing nothing with the kids. He don't spend time with the kids. He ain't got time to spend time with the kids because he trying to make that money to make the child support. So then he still got to survive. So, I mean, I don't know. I understand like with the courts, right? The courts say you can't worry about what the women do with the money long as the man is doing his part, long as the father is doing his part. You can't worry about where the child support going if the bills is paid. But my thing is, a lot of times you got mothers still be complaining that the father don't do enough, but he paying child support.
But is that fair? Because we talking about child support, but what if she would have had a job? You trying to tell her to save her child support money and put it in a bank and all that stuff, when you can say that same thing about somebody who get a 9 to 5 and they take their check and spend it because they know they about to get another check in 2 weeks. That's not fair to tell somebody, oh, when you get your child support, you getting $3,200. You better take some of it and put it in the bank. No, because people don't even do that with a 9 to 5. You should be smart. But the argument is she taking her child support and spending it on herself or spending it on the kids? Not. Is she saving some? Because I'm going to be honest with you. 7 kids and $3,200 and spending some on herself, she ain't really got much to put away. And $3,200, and she talking about she spending that all on $500 on the kids and the rest on herself. How is she spending the rest on herself if she must have a good job? Because she ain't say nothing about rent. She didn't say nothing about bills. She only left
paying $12 a month.
She
for
only
rent.
leaving $2,700.
She probably paying $12 a month for rent.
All right, I don't want to stay on this because I got a couple more. I don't want to stay on this too long. Right. So do we agree that? Do you agree with her or do we not agree with her?
Well,
what's the?
I look at it like this. I ain't really got too much to say.
He be having like 17
because
on that phone.
It can go into any direction. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but women get away with that.
All right, I gotta play another clip. Let's see.
Y'all about to start getting what Trump about to do. He about to give y'all the child support. Y'all about to get y'all taxes. Now
if it's true, that
was fake though. That was cap. That was somebody just made up something up.
I got excited.
But that was a good, that was something good.
I thought that was a good thing.
Yeah,
whoever came up with that was good.
The conversation, because the dude that put it out there virally, you know what I'm saying? He said when he put it out, he didn't think it was going to take fire like that, but he said that he glad it did because
maybe
now people are having the conversation.
Right.
So,
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Because there's a lot of good dads out there that's not fair.
All right, listen to this one.
Okay, we listen, but we don't judge.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, I had my first child at 13. I got pregnant at 13. Then I had another one at 15. Then popped another one at 16. Then 17. Then 18. 19, and so on. Yes, I have 7 kids. I'm not ashamed of it. From 7 different men. And I'm currently pregnant right now with my 8th child. And that's by my food stamp plug. That helps me get $3,000 a month in food and groceries. So, yes, I mean, I was young, but I don't care. I love 7 kids. And I'm going to continue to have more and more and more. Might end up with 15 next year. Who knows? But like I said, yeah, it's me. It is me.
I hear them all in the background.
Full stamp queen,
I got
EBT
two.
queen.
Let me see what she look like. Oh
If
no.
you want some stamps, let us put you in a game. Simple as that.
That was Cap.
7
She was just
kids,
trying to plug
7
people in and get some
babies.
stamps.
Okay.
Okay, now you remember last time we talked? I told y'all it's real EBT queens out here. I
Yeah,
told
you
y'all.
did. You did.
I did not
She
tell
ain't
you
got
it's
no
a real
red hair
thing.
though. Or no blue color hair.
Okay, what y'all think about that? Cap? She capping? Is it just for likes? Was you know what I mean?
That might be real life true.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's just real. That's
She
trifling.
looked just like them joints I was talking
That's straight
about.
trifling. That's just
Yeah.
terrible.
That's
Like you can't just be popping out kids with different people every year.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But you know what? I
Since
know
the age
some.
of
I know some.
13.
I ain't gonna say no names, but you know who you are. I know. You know. I know a female that do this. It's a job. She collect baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? And she spew them out, and she collect child support from them all. She on EBT. She on Section 8. I think she live in a nice area. You know what I'm saying? And I think she only paid like $20 for rent. Real talk. This is real. This is real talk. I'm telling you. $20 for rent. You know, she got crazy. She hitting everybody before I remember I used to go grab some food stamps from her. She slinging the food stamps like crazy.
Let me
She
get
lived
that
like a
number.
king.
Let me get that number.
She living off the system.
Living off the system, fam. I had a cousin who was working for UPS and on welfare at the same time. I mean, this is
She
this
was
is
working
going
for
on.
UPS part time. You can still be on the system.
I mean, I don't
As
know.
long as you get as long as it's a part time job. But she working 10, 15 hours a week. They want you to have a job, even when you know what I'm saying, have assistance. They're not trying to tell you to be straight bum. They want you to have a job. You just ain't they only gonna work bare minimum just so they can get the rest of the assistance. But
So the reason I played some of these clips, and because I was at home thinking, my mind get
about trifling women.
that just the way of the world. Like the world is mad backwards. Like I remember when it was cool to be a hustler. Now it's cool to be a junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like being a junkie is cool now. It's like it's
Wait, what's the
I don't
junkie?
know,
Who's
you
being
ain't
a
with-
junkie? Because that's a hustler too. If you selling your food stamp, that's a hustler.
no.
No,
I'm
he's
talking about a
real
whole other thing. I'm
drugs.
talking about drug. I'm talking about
okay.
Like
I
it's
don't know
cool to
these
be
people.
high. It's cool to be. It's
Oh,
cool
yeah.
to be out your mind. It's cool to be a junkie.
Oh, that's
It's cool to be a hoe now. Like hoe culture is real. Like Cardi B and Meg and it's cool to be a slut. It's cool to be a whore. That's cool. It's fashionable. Back when I came up, it was, of course it was hoes back then, but the hoes was on the low. They ain't want you to know they was hoes. They did it. They hit you
And
with
they're
that.
definitely open
I
right
don't
now
be
for
doing
it.
this with everybody. They would hit you with that when you was alone with them.
Yeah.
But now it's all out. If you feel me?
All out for sure.
OnlyFans, hit my Cash App, call me, I'll
That's
pull
because
up.
social media has made everything cool.
Yeah.
They think it's cool to have fights on social media. Everybody got a phone. I remember back in the day, you'd be scared if you seen a grown up walk down the street. You'd be like, stop. You be trying to stop the fight, or
No
you be trying to
respect.
sneak in a different part of the gym or somewhere you ain't supposed to be to have a fight or go into the locker room. Now it's, we gonna fight right in front of the steps of the school.
And I also think like this, even though like not to say that hoeing's cool, but times is hard out here. People got to get that check, and I feel like a lot of women now
So are you okaying hoe culture?
I'm not okay in nothing. I mean, hey, that's what
Are
they.
you in support
If
of
they
hoe
want to
culture?
do that, that's cool. That's how they got to get their money to survive. Hey, do your thing. But
Yeah.
I know times is hard. I know that
It's just mad
it's
backwards to me.
accessible. But yeah, I mean, I don't.
Ooh, I'm agree. But the funny thing is, she didn't want to finish it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I am okay in whole culture.
You okay in hoe culture?
Let me tell y'all why. It is women out here that is getting a blunt and a cheeseburger
Mhm.
after they just laid down
Mhm.
and gave their goods away
Mhm.
for nothing. So, if somebody gonna lay themselves down, give their wonderful goods out,
Mhm.
and they're getting paid for it, I don't see anything wrong with that. At least they're getting something for it.
So you're in full support of hoe culture.
I feel like, like she said, it's hard out here. Now, personally, just because just like I am okay with people who strip, doesn't mean I'm going to do those things. I'm not going to be a hoe or be a stripper. But I feel like at least you actually told yourself you're going to have a profession.
All right.
Hoeing is still a profession.
So
you know what I'm saying?
you're right now. You're making me see the brighter side of hoeing. All right.
I'm
I
just
appreciate
saying,
that.
at the end of the day, some people actually have, a price list.
All right.
I just feel like if somebody gonna hold it, the exit plan is what matters the most.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? If there's no plan to exit, if you just want to be like a hoe all your life, 68. And
What if they
still
trying to
just-
go to college?
You know what I mean? They might be just like,
school.
hoeing for 2 years to get a bag for something. But if you're just hoeing just cause, and now you're 68, like, hey, what you doing now? Got a couple more years to go.
Now, what about when they get their degree and they done, but they can't find a job, so they still out there hoeing?
Like she said, it got to be an exit plan.
It gotta be a reason why
Well,
you're doing
guess
it.
what? A lot of them don't have no exit plan.
No, they don't. Some people feel like, just like, some people who, like you just said, thieves.
I mean, they
You know
did
what I'm
mess
saying?
up the game, though, for a lot of pimps, because they pimping themselves now.
Yeah. I agree they should have been doing that in the first place.
Yeah, pimps are crazy. Like, I don't understand
Why would I
people have
give you a
pimp.
percentage of my body if I was a hoe? At the end of the
I
day,
Unless the pimp is
gonna
finding
cut
like
you off.
business, then
I'll
maybe.
cut you off.
But no, I don't
ain't
see
no
why
way
pimps-
I'm gonna have a pimp. I could pimp my own body. I don't need another man to tell me and give them a percentage, and you didn't do nothing.
Sometimes the pimps be having high end clientele. That's where it come in. But they don't have a high end clientele list. Then
Let me go.
you don't
find
need
them
a pimp.
myself. I'm
But
a
it's
hustler.
for protection and high end clientele.
I will
Some
pay.
girls don't even know what's going on, so that's why they do
It's their
it.
mindset. They be gullible. And they let anybody. I seen a crackhead. Sorry, I don't think I'm supposed to say that word.
You said it.
You said it.
What's
Stand
wrong with
on
what's
it.
wrong with?
Stand
on
on
it.
business.
You seen a
So,
crackhead.
I
Stand
seen
on
a
business.
Seen a
crackhead
crackhead.
be a pimp.
Hey, listen.
Hey, they say you
But
got a lot of
the
function.
girl wasn't a crackhead. She was gullible, and he told her whatever, and she sold her body. He would take her to other, fiends, and I'm
winning.
like, why you letting the? I was like, oh, this is all backwards, and he getting a couple dollars, but he's still on crack. So, but he was a crackhead, pimp. So the point I'm making is has a lot to do with the.
All right. Well, we got to get into this relationship talk, but I got one thing I want to share a story with y'all real quick.
Okay, talk
Real
about
quick
it.
story. I got time. Story time with
story
Ty real
time.
quick.
Come on, let's go.
All
Let's
right,
get
listen, because it all kind of ties in. Because like I said, this world is mad backwards. So I want to tell y'all the story of me about to go fight a transgender. All right.
Wait, what?
I was
Wait,
gonna, I was
what?
gonna have a fight with a
Oh,
transgender.
fight one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you. I thought he said they say gonna find one.
That's what I said. I'm like, you about to know.
No,
That's what I said. What you
let's
said,
clear.
what?
I'm about to say this
Fight.
ain't the story time we want to
I was
have.
gonna have a fight with a transgender.
Thank you.
Did you
Thank
know?
for
Okay,
saying
wait.
Transgender tried to rob me. I'm about to break it down to you. I'm gonna tell you a story. All right, so listen. It was Mother's Day last year, right? And this blew my mind. Now I would see this transgender times because I go work in the mall. You know what I'm saying? I'm always getting colognes and stuff. But it's two cologne spots in the outlet.
It's 3.
What's the third one?
Damn.
I only know 2. The
Um,
one by the
What,
food
like
court,
2 kiosks at one store?
and
one
then
near
the one,
Polo.
and then the one
Maybe
like
it's
kind of near the
somewhere,
Nike
yeah.
store.
Then I think
One
it's
near
one.
Polo.
There's one in the middle, but
Okay, I don't fool with
yeah,
that one. Okay,
exactly.
so this one is the one near the Nike store. So my mother wanted some Dolce and Gabbana light blue, and me, I figured, okay, cool, I'm gonna go get my mom that. I just like to splurge. That's just me. I like to buy things. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy me a few. I'm gonna re up on the joints that I want to get.
Big dog.
You know what I'm saying? So I go in the spot. Now already, I need y'all to do because I want y'all to be in this more women. Y'all got your phones? Just somebody, just look at. Y'all know who Antonio Fargas is?
Yeah.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah.
All right, that's what this thing looked like. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine Huggy Bear in full drag. You know what I'm saying? Wig. You know what I'm saying? Open toes on.
Old too, like that?
Not look old. I don't know how old the thing was.
The thing, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I'm
okay.
not really
The
cool with
transgender.
the transgender. We're gonna call it the transgender. I don't know how old the transgender was. I just know what it looked like. It looked like Antonio Fargas. So and feet like Giannis Antetokounmpo. You know what I'm saying? So I go in the spot. I'm already aggravated. I'm with my son. So it's like, man, I gotta, and my son, he like 15, and he got the same kind of sense of humor I got. So I'm already know this is not gonna be good. he nudging me. So he's like, yo, Dad, what is that? And I'm like, yo, chill. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta, because this is before Trump said it's gonna be 2 genders. I'm so glad he said it was 2 genders,
man.
by the way.
I agree with
You know
that.
what I'm saying? So now I gotta embrace this Antonio Fargas transgender like it's a woman. I gotta like talk to it. And I gotta talk to it, address it like, it's a her. When I know clearly it's a him. This is one of the ugliest females I've ever seen in my life. So, boom, I'm kicking it. I'm talking to the transgender. And I'm like, yo, I came here for some Prada. I want to get, I want some John Barbados. So it was a few cents I wanted, you know what I mean? It's about 6 I wanted to get for myself, and I wanted to get the one for my mom, whatever she wanted to get. So the transgender kept leading me to these other scents, though. You know what I'm saying? And the boxes looked mad funny on these scents, but I'm like, nah, I came for these though, transgender. You feel me? I didn't come for these transgender. I came for these transgender. These are the ones I came for. So the transgender kept leading me to the ones over here. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get these over here. I'm gonna get these joints that I know transgender, but I'm gonna patronize you because you being nice, whatever the case may be. So boom, I go over there. Transgender spray the joint on the, spray the whatchamacallit. So I sniffed the joint. And the joint smelled mad good. So, it was hitting me like, yo, these, with the higher essence, these have mad, the oils in these ones that will last all day.
You do that really too well.
I'm just saying. Listen. So I'm like, all right, cool. All right, cool.
I'm loving this.
I bag them up, whatever. I'm going to grab these transgender. I'm going to grab those two along with the joint. So I spent like $1,000 in there, by the way. Boom. I get home, though, and I'm like, yo, these boxes ain't right. So I take my phone. I take with the Google camera. So I go, guys, let me Google these. Let me see what's up with these. Google tell you everything. You know what I mean? I Googled the joints, $35.
And how much did you pay for
Transgender
those boxes?
hit me $200 a box. It's like $150 for the one, $200 for the other one. So I'm bread now. Now I'm hot. I want to smack fire from the transgender now. So I'm at home. I'm pacing. I'm wilding. But God, God dealing with me. So I'm like, a calm came over me. I'm about to go see the transgender, but I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in here peaceful, ask for my money back. So, boom, I go in. Real peaceful. I was a real player about it. I said, transgender, I know what you did. Now, listen, you can get right back to robbing and stealing, doing whatever you're doing in here. I ain't even going to blow you up like that. You're just going to give me mine back. So, listen, you can steal from everybody in here. They just have to figure it out. They have to do their due diligence like I did my due diligence.
Right.
You feel me? So, then it went wild, Mac. Like, I was real calm.
Like you was in the wrong.
Yeah, wild out on me. I was like, I can't believe you doing this to me. I feel so threatened. Call security on me.
And he robbed you.
Robbed me, right? Security come. Security come, and you know how the mall security look. I'm like, what y'all gonna do?
Right.
I'm not leaving this establishment until I get every bit of my dough. You heard?
All of it.
All of it. So now I'm wigging out in there now. I'm calling it sir. I'm ribbing on his feet. I'm wilding. I'm telling everybody in the store, listen, get out of here. This transgender is in here robbing people. It got me. It's going to get y'all if y'all don't get up out of here. So I'm disrespecting. I'm like, yo, sir, I need my money, sir. So it's wilding out, this, that, and third. It's still trying to deny me my cash. So I went over there. I said, I'm about to come behind this counter, and I'm telling you, I'm going to beat you into the right sexuality. Oh. I need my paper, transgender. I need it. Oh, so man. All in all, calm down, whatever the case may be, gave my bread back. But I was just like, yo, I can't believe I never thought a day would come where I'm about to fight a tranny.
Well, they're going to try you.
I was like, this is where we at. I'm about to come in complete fisticuffs with a transgender.
So he tried to rob you.
No gun.
But didn't want to play victim.
Play victim.
At the end of the day, it's still a man.
It is.
So I'm saying, you sitting here saying you can't believe.
Nah, but it wasn't.
Still was a man.
Nah, not in his eyes, he wasn't a man. He wasn't a man. He was not a man. He was full drag. He had his feet out. Big long feet over. When the feet go over
the toe, over the,
you know what I'm saying? Over the open toe, it's like on the floor. Big toe and the middle toe was longer than the big toe. Yeah. So it was just an experience for me. And it's like, yo, this is where we at. Like, I'm fighting transgenders. Being a hoe is fashionable. Being a junkie, a crackhead is what people aim for. We live in some weird times.
So I will say this, right? Stick to your plan when you're going to get something. Don't let nobody knock you off your square.
That's a fact.
So did your voice change when it got heated, or did it stay like?
Nah, the voice.
It just straight woman.
Did it ever
get like real? It didn't get physical to where he got like deeper.
Nah,
never.
Nah.
Why didn't he want to get your money back? There was no refunds.
He was trying to act. I don't even want whatever it was. It was trying to act like it didn't rob me. When they clearly robbed me, it didn't want to face the fact that I figured this game out.
But we understand that, but
you didn't want to get my bread
and give the money back. Like, did the receipt say no refunds? Because the security came, so I don't know why the security didn't just tell him.
So hold on, make this clear. So the cologne that he was selling didn't come from the store.
I don't think so, Matt.
Yeah, he did his own.
Had his own side hustle going on.
Exactly, inside the store.
Tried to get me.
Yeah,
he almost got me though. No lie, because the colognes it smelled good
from Chinatown.
$35.
Oh man.
$12 boxes.
Wow, man. But yeah, I just wanted to share a little story with you. But yo, we're gonna go into our questions for today, man. Y'all ready?
Let's
It's on
get it.
you, right?
So
It's on you.
this is a part 2 of where we left off of the week before last about relationships. So we left off. I had a question. Why? It's my girl here, so I'm gonna go let her go first before y'all jump in. Why do men cheat? Or let me rephrase that. Why do people? Because we ain't gonna just say men, because women cheat too. Why do people cheat when they have a significant other that checks all their boxes? Or why do you think?
I've never heard of anybody cheating that boxes are all checked. So I really wouldn't know what that looks like, but I know people cheat if they're not fulfilled. But if somebody's like cheating and all their boxes are checked off with that person, I think they're just kind of like having their cake and eat it too.
So no one's ever told you, like, ever came to you, like a girl or guy, and said, I really don't know why I'm cheating, because she like really do everything for me. Like, she's really my everything. No one's ever just really said that she's a good girl. I don't know why I cheated. Why did I do what I did? Or why am I doing what? Nobody. So everybody who really cheated that you've talked to actually
anybody that I know that
reason.
actually cheating, like that cheated or like that cheated before, that, or if it's me or if it's somebody that I've dealt with, is because they're not being fulfilled in some type of category. But I've never came across anybody that's like straight cheating and they have the perfect person. They might be lying and saying that they do, that all their boxes are checked off. But only time someone is really cheating is if there's something missing from that person.
So you don't think, this is my opinion, y'all don't think that a person can just cheat because they just can't be faithful. It doesn't matter who they're with.
No, they could.
They could be with Halle, I'm just using her, but it could be with Halle Berry, and she financially, she pretty, physically, mentally, emotionally, like she is the woman you dreamed about. And you finally get it, but then next week you want to cheat with Shanae. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that you've never been faithful to a soul since you started dating at 16.
That's a character flaw in that person, though. It ain't got nothing to do with the person. So if it is that's the character flaw in that person. But I've never had anybody like really had everything like checked off and say like, okay, I'm still cheating. Right. I think that's crazy.
What's your thoughts on that, Matt?
It can go so many different ways. You know what I mean? I look at it as, like she said, if all the boxes are checked off, I think sometimes the boxes might go unchecked because people change in a relationship, whatever it may be. It can start off good. I know sometimes women, they'll be like, oh, well, I did all that to get you. Now that I got you, you get comfortable. Things change, you stop cooking, you stop, doing sexual favors or whatever the case may be. So after a while, depends on, communication is everything, right? So a lot of times I think in relationships, when the communication is real and thrown on the table, there's a lot of feedback off of that. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a lot of excuses. So, if the man is talking to the woman, say, hey, you don't do this no more. She's like, oh, well, I'll be tired, or I'll be busy, or, you don't be here. But that's just an excuse. And then, after a while, it just loses fire. And if you want to keep it, then I think you should work that out. But then sometimes it never happened. They either stay together, the guy just start cheating, and, sometimes the women may too, or she just won't care and won't deal with nobody. But it just, I think the situation becomes toxic. You know what I mean? But, it can go so many different ways.
It's layered to me. I think people, cheat for all kinds of reasons. I mean, some people are just dirtbags. Some dudes are just straight dirtbags. Some women are dirtbags. And that just is what it is. Then sometimes I feel like this. You can be in a relationship and a woman, or, it could be vice versa, but I can only speak from a male point of view. A woman can drive you to cheat. She can drive you to cheat, man. Constantly accusing you of cheating.
I do not agree.
Always. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. If I, soon as I leave the house, soon as I turn the deadbolt, as soon as I get in the car vehicle with my homie and we roll out, and 2 seconds my phone ringing, where you at? When you coming home? How long you gonna be gone? Who you with? How many girls gonna be around? What you? And then you just call them throughout the day. Throughout my day, I'm just getting random calls. You just want to hear what background noise. What's going? Who's that? Who? That would drive that drive you crazy.
After you
All
build the
that
house,
nagging.
Listen to what he said. It drives you crazy.
That is making you
But
annoyed, but that don't make
grown
you.
man.
Yeah, you just annoyed.
You are accountable for your actions. A man can tick you off, can do stuff. But let me just use my own self. If I'm dating somebody and you cheated on me, and you ain't accused me, but I said you was cheating, and then finally you cheat, and I still want to work it out. That don't give me the right to go and cheat. I'm a grown woman. I am accountable for my own actions. I'm not gonna go cheat.
I didn't say it was right. I didn't say it was. I'm just telling you.
I don't want y'all to think I'm crying.
No,
my
listen.
eye burning.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying what I said was.
Are you
right.
okay?
Real passionate about this subject.
I'm saying you don't agree, Matt. That you can be. You can be driven.
Listen,
you cannot be driven
yes,
to
you
do
listen,
can
listen.
be driven to
You
cheat.
I
are
understand where you're coming from.
man,
Listen,
and you
though.
don't think that you personally, I'm sorry, you don't think personally you are accountable for your own actions. I can tell you all day, you a liar, you a liar, you a liar, you a cheater, you a dog.
Right. Hold on. I love you.
Oh,
I love you.
you this.
But you really, you're pointing that at me. Like I'm not. I'm just speaking in general. You're saying
No,
like I'm
you
saying
said
I'm
it.
the cheat.
You said
no,
it.
I'm saying
Sorry, everybody.
yeah. I'm
He said
saying
it.
men can be. We can be driven to cheat. I didn't say I'm going to cheat.
No. I'm just saying.
I didn't say I was going to be one of the dudes
women-
to cheat. I'm just saying we can be driven. I understand. I have homies and I see what they go through, and I've been there too in certain situations. It could drive you to drink, and it could drive you to cheat. It can.
Drinking and cheating is two different things. Yes, a person can make you say, I'm going to go give it a shot. But I ain't make you go and jump in no you know what. Like, that's your own conscious effort, because guess what you're going to have to do? You can have a drink and not feel guilty, but you going to have sex with another woman. You going to feel guilty, and you can't take that back.
It don't even always got to be sex, though. I could
Okay,
be,
go get some oral. I don't care what it
ain't
is.
got to be that either. It could just be,
A conversation.
over here, I could be just one piece. Not to be nagged. Maybe I got a female friend that doesn't nag me.
Let's paint this picture, right? So say the guy is in the house, at home, chilling. They having a good time with their significant other. They in the house, they ain't did nothing in 3 months, just chilling. And when I say do stuff, it's like going out, hanging out, partying, doing business, whatever, right? You in the house 3 months, y'all got a good thing going, right? The moment they step out the house, it's just like, what just happened? We've been hanging out, building our relationship, communicating, everything is good. 3 months, I got business to take care of. The moment I leave the house, what is their problem? You didn't have none of this to say when I was in the house. Why do you have all this to say once I leave the house?
Trust.
Okay, so
was there something that happened beforehand? Because nobody's gonna trip and like jump stupid if there's nothing going beforehand.
Correct.
So if you're having a good time, 3 months, all that other stuff, and then the moment you leave the house, then that's something that person has done. Because nobody's gonna go crazy and be like, hey, what you doing? Where you at? If they don't have a reason to believe.
Well, sometimes they can just go crazy because you got a reputation. Maybe you used to be the way you
something.
used to be. The way you used to be.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's something that was done.
Okay, but listen.
So then that's some healing that has to be done between the couple. Because if you have done something and it's not like it folded over, a lot of men don't like to talk about like something that they did with their mate, and then it just kind of folds over and then they just go about their lives. And then now it's still in the back of that woman's head, like, where you doing, where you at? Just straight like that.
So my thing is, if y'all get to the healing process and the fixing process, right? Something might have happened 10 years ago. We good now.
Okay. Yeah.
Why when I leave the house, you going 10 years back?
You're weaponizing. You're weaponizing moments.
I mean, I
You're
feel like people have
weaponizing the
to-
past.
You
Using
might
it
be
against
doing
me.
things that trigger.
Yeah, people
that woman.
get triggers, different things. Like it could be a trigger,
but we can't get triggered to cheat though.
No.
We can get triggered.
You can get triggered, but that don't mean go cheat.
I didn't say. I'm not saying it's right.
I didn't say it was right or wrong. I'm saying
because the
that
question, the initial question is, why do people cheat? Right? People cheat for all kinds of reasons
do.
that ain't right. Cheating, period, is wrong.
But you said a woman will drive.
Yes,
a man to
drive
cheat.
you nuts, drive you crazy,
you nuts. I
drive
agree
you to
with
drink.
I-
Some people drive to
Drive you to drink, drive
do
you
crack,
to drugs, all
that.
stuff. But
And
if
cheat.
I drive
you could
you-
drive me to the arms of another woman. You don't believe that?
No, you can't drive somebody.
I can
You
see
could
what
drive
you mean,
somebody
but
into
yes
the
and
arms
no.
Correct.
of another
Yes
person.
and no.
You could do it.
I
Yes
agree.
and no.
Yes
Okay.
and no. I agree with her.
Ladies, so listen, right? Y'all fix something. Y'all have a good relationship. Okay? You trying to build and be better. So now if y'all at home, again, no sexual favors, y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do, and because y'all know y'all slacking in certain areas, the moment the man leave the house, you thinking he going to do something else because you not upholding your part.
That's true. That's actually something in her that she's insecure about. She knows that she's not fulfilling it, so she's scared when you walk out, someone else is gonna fulfill that. Now that's true. I agree with you.
So
But it's
that's-
vice versa, same thing with a man. When you walk outside, you not worried about the woman that's still in the house, but you not out, you not fulfilling your stuff. So now you mad at her for nagging. And y'all think nagging. I can't stand that word. I'm just be honest with you. I can't stand the word nagging. Because y'all think
Are you a nagger?
Okay, so
I may,
what's the
but
word
I
for
don't
that?
think I'm a nagger.
What's the
I
word
think I
for it?
have complaints.
what's the word?
If I'm
What's the word
having
should we use?
complaints, because if I'm complaining, if I'm complaining about something, it's because I care. If I'm telling you that you're not doing X, Y, and
can
Z,
turn into nagging though.
but guess why it's turning nagging to you? Because you haven't fixed the complaint.
So let me ask you this.
If I tell you stop doing X, Y, and Z, it's bothering me, and you're still doing X, Y, Z. When I mention it again, now it turns into a nag. But you ever think about if you would have just fixed X, Y, and Z, I would have never been a nagger. Bam, there it is.
That's a fact.
So
Because
listen.
if you fix it, then you don't got to hear it again. You ain't got to hear it another again. Like a lot of men, they just don't want to.
Don't
know what?
fix the
What if-
request.
What if what you're asking me to fix, I don't feel like it needs fixing?
Well, then it's another
Can that be
conversation. I'm gonna
something,
keep
though?
nagging. Then now, hey, it's a
Correct.
problem.
Go ahead, man.
Like,
So,
you got a
so,
problem.
so listen, right?
Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that, right? So my thing is this: when women ask a man to fix something, they want him to fix it like right now, right this second, cold turkey, no work, no therapy, no help, no conversation, no communication, no listen. I need you to help me with this. Like, what am I doing wrong that it's unacceptable to you? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, you need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing. Sometimes I think men need help. They need therapy.
A lot of men don't like to do therapy though. So then now what?
But my thing is, okay, so
A lot of men
if
don't
the
even wanna
situation,
Yeah, they don't want to do it. They
Okay,
think it's a
but that- but
problem.
that-
So then what? So what happened? I don't think that women feel like it has to be an on-demand change.
Me either.
But if it's not showing any steps of change, you have to show a step of it. If there's no steps to change,
Some
then
kind of
yeah, you're
progression.
not gonna. It's gonna feel the same way. But men don't show the steps to change, or they may feel like they're changing, but it's like an internal change. So if it was a problem where you felt like the woman was cheating and he stopped texting women, that's not a change that the woman can really see. You have to show that so she can know that. You know what I mean? But she's not gonna know that you changed just because you stopped texting women. She can't see your phone, or
Correct.
it's a habit that you know that you did internally.
Right.
The woman has to see that. It has to be action. So I feel a lot of men struggle with actions, like showing the action of change. They feel like they did it, like, okay, but I don't
doesn't
know that
say
you're
it.
not talking to another woman. But you know that, but I can't see that.
okay.
So I
And
think
a lot of men, like she said, action is one thing, but people want to say it. Like, oh, yeah, I did change. But I haven't seen, you haven't shown me any growth. You haven't shown me anything. They
This is
say
good.
proof is in the pudding. If you haven't shown me anything, like she said, if it's texting, or maybe you stop getting phone numbers, or maybe you stop flirting with women when you out. Those are all the things that, let's just be honest, you shouldn't have been doing in the first place. I'm not giving you no doggy biscuit because you stopped cheating. Or you stop taking phone numbers. You stop being in women's faces. You stop texting women. That should have never been a problem we should have had. We should have been having issues with you just not washing dishes in the house. We should have had an issue that maybe you're not paying as much bills you're supposed to be, or folding clothes. Not that you texting another woman. Not that you flirting every time you out. Not that you in women's faces. So now a lot of men want you to give them applaud, or they want a freaking certificate because they stopped doing something they should have never been doing in the first place. So now when I say, oh, you stopped doing that? What? Okay, great. Why was you doing it in the first place? You shouldn't have been doing it. But now y'all think that just because, like she said, we're supposed to read y'all mind and know that y'all stopped. Y'all know
It's a lot of
that
heat
y'all
coming
doing
off
better.
this couch.
Yo,
man.
listen.
It's a lot of
Yo, you took the
coming
words
off this
right out of
couch
my
right now.
mouth. But I was like, I ain't even gonna say it, but you said
I'm just
it.
saying. I'm just saying.
Okay,
I'm just
No,
being honest.
I'm with you.
I just feel it's like y'all gotta show it. And like she said, I agree with T, because at the end of the day, I never expect a person, I'm talking about anybody. If I ask you if I'm so-called nagging, I ask you to fix it, it only turns to nagging because I had to repeat myself. So if I have to repeat myself, yes, it sounds like nagging.
I got a
That's why
super
I
question.
never
I got a
like
super
to
question.
repeat
got a
myself
super
more than
question.
3 times.
You
So
know how
I
that
repeated one
goes.
time, yes. I repeated one time, I repeated 2 times. Now the third time, now you say I'm nagging. Why you didn't fix it the second time? Even if the first time took a minute, what about the second time? What about the third time? I ain't say this every day. And maybe I asked you to fix something that didn't take therapy. Maybe I just asked you, when you leave the house, can you grab the garbage? Now it's been 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Can you grab the garbage before you leave? Now you like, I'm nagging. How am I nagging? I only asked you to grab garbage. What's so hard about that? I should never have to nag about why are you in women's faces. That shouldn't be a nag. That should be me standing on 10 and saying, if you keep doing this, we're done. Like, the end shouldn't be a nag. But y'all take everything as nagging. That's men's favorite word. She always nagging me. That's why I
can't say y'all, but I mean
y'all as in men, not y'all too.
She
Like,
aggressive.
nagging.
Hey, Mac.
Yeah, you know
Mac
what?
ain't playing. She
So-
aggressive today.
So
I
listen,
ain't
my
get no
super
sleep.
question is this.
Go ahead.
All right.
Oh yeah, he be having super questions.
Super question is this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all say a lot of times when men need to change, y'all don't see it right away. Y'all don't want it right away. My super question is, as a woman, do y'all have a step program
Step program. This is like
That-
AA.
that y'all can
We got
lay out
AA
to
now,
say,
y'all.
hey, listen, I need to see this in this time. By this week, I should see this. Or you is there one? Is there a step program?
Step program. For what?
Well,
And we're not
because-
making no
We
oh,
made an
but
we
AA
making
listen,
no little
drug
booklet on
deal.
why, like, we grown, we should.
it's communication though.
Well, so for me, like, I don't have a step program.
Okay.
So I feel like if I have an issue, then we work it out. I don't necessarily have like deadlines and protocols.
But the reason why I asked that is because you like, no, we're not looking for you to change right now today. But this is like, okay, you still have a timeline that you would look like, okay, it been 10 days and you ain't changed yet. I don't see change. She said, I don't see no change.
That's not what
That's
we
a
said.
personal timeline. You don't like say like you got 10 days to make a change. Like I feel like people when they're in relationships, they have their own timeline to see like, okay, this is not working out. So if you're with somebody for 10 years and then you have a complaint or something that needs to be changed, then that person has to evaluate was that person worth it or not, or they have to exit out of the relationship or stay or continue to work with this person. But it all depends on if they're worth it or not, because some people they'll never change, but that person, you know, they love that person, so they're gonna try to stick with them. And then some people like, okay, they're not making this change. This is not working out for me. I'm out of here.
You know what I'm hearing? You know, I
Uh-oh.
don't think I like it.
Mm.
I'm hearing a lot of what the man should do to change and what he should do to better himself. You guys, a
You
lot
turn
of
like a
times,
white woman.
yeah, you guys sometimes don't, you know, you don't be doing the same things, like looking the same. You come to bed mad, regular, you know,
Ooh.
hair bonnet.
I ain't messing
Talk
with
about
my
it.
thing.
What's wrong with that, though?
You know, when we first started kicking it, you was wine. You know, the meals was popping. Then you stopped cooking. It's a lot of ordering out going on. Ain't no eyes. I come in, I don't smell nothing simmering.
He said no eyes.
Ain't no eyes
You
on the
just worried
stove
about
lit
food.
up.
You just said food twice.
No, yeah, because that's a big thing. Am I lying? Matt?
Maybe
Man,
it
listen,
It's a
depends.
big thing.
I
But
need
we're not.
food.
I
You
mean,
need to know how to
it
cook.
could be some things that
because y'all
women
keep
got
saying
going
we
on.
need
That's
to
the
change.
problem.
What about you,
It could
though?
be some things that women can change, but I feel like women are more like willing to change.
Hold on,
Right.
though.
They're more
Going back to what I
willing.
said earlier when I was accused of being wrong. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Check this out.
I'm so over
Okay,
you.
if you are not cooking and you're coming to bed looking like what's Florida Evans? You coming to
Okay,
bed not
Weezy
like
now?
you used to. All right,
What's
you're
wrong
getting
with
real
Florida
comfortable.
Evans?
Hold on, this is what I'm talking about. This can drive me
You coming to bed like
into
you
the
going to
arms of
jog.
someone who's going to cook, clean, shower regularly, because women get real comfortable. When they think they got you, they
Shower
get
regularly.
no real talk. Women get
This is
real
some different
comfortable.
kind of women.
You just seen the EBT. Do she look like she showered?
She might
She
be
didn't
clean
look-
all the time.
she
She
didn't
probably
look-
still all the Dove soap.
So
She
what
probably
I'm
got a
saying,
whole-
I think, but it goes on both sides as far as what needs to change. And you know what I mean? Because y'all get real comfortable too. Y'all slack up and y'all want us to be Superman and be this virile man for you guys when you guys are slipping.
There used to be a time when
What's up with you guys slippage?
But guess what? The difference between, like, I agree with her 150%. Women will change. We will be like, okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see a difference in us. Like, what if the woman, like you just said, she cooking or whatever, and you like that, he keep complaining about it. We are worried as women that our men might go
But we
somewhere
know
and
you
get
have to
some
deal
food.
with you, and y'all
The problem-
can't cook.
The problem
A lot
is,
of women can't cook today.
that's true. But
Can't.
if they're not a cook, then it don't even matter the conversation we have.
Do I cook? I definitely cook. I gotta eat. I cook. So
Okay,
if I
okay.
if I got a man, we both eating because I gotta eat.
That's what I'm
So
talking about.
that's just what it is. So that'll
There
never
you
be a
go.
problem with me. So
Mm-mm.
I really don't know. Like I don't know how to speak for women that don't cook.
So a lot of women out
or
here
don't
are
clean or-
culinary, culinary challenged.
But guess
out
what? That's on you though, because you
True
did
that.
get
But
her,
then-
and
then
you
you-
knew
if you
that
gotta-
she didn't know how to cook.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you got a woman that don't know how to cook,
Then you
then you
should know how to
guys
cook.
are making different arrangements. I have a friend, she don't cook at all. So they make different arrangements as far as food.
That's like one of my first questions. I might ask a woman, back in my day, I might ask a woman, do you know how to cook before I even ask her name?
I like the way you did
Correct.
that. I like the way you did that.
So guess
My
what?
man,
That shouldn't even be an
back in your
argument.
day, I
in
like
your
that. I like how you
situation.
did that.
Back
That
in
was
my
real-
day.
Yeah, I like that.
Back in my day.
But you shouldn't even have an argument with that then, because like you just said, that's a conversation. That's like me saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? If the first day I meet you, you come with a sweatsuit on all the time. And I kind of like a man that's kind of a little clean cut sometimes. I'm going to ask, do you wear that all the time? So I don't want to be complaining 6
Right.
months down the line.
Right.
Just like
No, yeah,
a
I'm
woman
agreeing
that's
with
cooking.
you. You know what I'm saying?
So,
when you
at the
said
end of
that,
the day-
that's his fault if he deal with a woman that don't cook.
They grazed over your question too, though.
Wait,
You
the
said
question was,
about the weaponizing, because you guys weaponize. So you guys weaponize. So what about that? What about weaponizing the past, using that against me? I'm not doing that anymore. But
Okay, but
as
can
soon
I-
as I leave the house, you got your
But we-
guns
we-
No
out.
we
woman's
did
gonna do
answer
that
that.
unless the man is showing actions. A woman's not gonna like
She not just gonna
mope about
complain.
something that happened 10 years ago if you're not doing
you
your
doing
part. As long, if
everything
you're
right.
not doing your part, yes, she's gonna keep doing that. But if
Correct.
you're showing the actions, nobody's ever gonna lips is sealed if you're
I
gonna.
don't know. I've been in situations where
Cause then
But
you
so-
didn't
you doing?
heal it right. You didn't heal the situation right. Cause no woman is gonna jump stupid over something from 10 years ago if you're not playing your part and showing the actions of change. She's not gonna say nothing. So if everything's been good, you've been doing your part and everything's good, she's not gonna hit your phone up from you leaving the house or something 10 years ago if you're doing your part.
I don't
And if
know.
she is,
I
then
don't
she's
know.
I don't know.
It's things that's
I
triggering
don't
her.
know.
I don't know.
If she's
No,
not,
that's
if
not
she's not,
true.
but then that's because I'm telling you, it's something that she's seen, something that's going on, something that's current. There's nobody.
Or could it be something that she's doing?
No.
No,
Or-
No,
but
if it's
listen,
something that I'm
you guys. So
for
you
me,
said you
if it's
can't be
something that I'm
guilty.
doing, I'm
'Cause
not
I was
gonna
always
bother
taught-
nobody
I was
about
always
nothing. You ain't
taught-
gonna know nothing
Hold
that
on,
I'm doing
Q,
because
Q, talk to me.
I'm asleep. I don't know what type of women y'all talking about. Because if I'm doing
Y'all
something,
get caught
ain't no,
cheating.
I'm not gonna hit up your
I was always
phone.
told
I'm gonna do
when
my
you
dirt in
throw
peace.
stones. When you throw stones and you're looking and you're blaming me for something, it could be because
Guess
you're
what?
guilty of
That's
something.
only with y'all.
I'm
Okay,
just
but
saying.
listen,
Women, we ain't
but you know
telling
what
on
though?
ourselves.
Not
Alright,
at
listen.
all.
Why we gonna
You
do
know-
that?
you know what?
If I'm doing something on the low, guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be cooking your meals backwards
That's a
and
whole
forwards.
fact.
Guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna be coming.
I ain't gonna be saying about nothing. You got because if a woman is doing her dirt, she's not gonna she's she's playing both
balancing
sides,
it.
so she's not gonna have anything to say to you about nothing. That's how I feel.
Okay,
No,
so
that-
listen,
that's
y'all fall into a different percentage.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but there is a percentage of women who just brings up the past.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
over and over.
Because
But
it's
it's
like, okay,
people
hold on.
that's having
Listen,
mental
but listen.
issues.
But that's
What-
because it hasn't been
Healed
it hasn't been healed.
Well, here's what I would say, right? Deeply, the woman is insecure and she has her own issues. And she might have past issues that ain't have nothing to do with you,
Correct.
right? So then when you are doing better, she was so used of that back and forth debate. And when you have changed and when you have grew away from that, now she want to take you back to that because she used to that energy.
But some people just aren't healed, period. So they always gonna bring up their past trauma and throw it on your day to day. But guess what? You've seen the signs, just like y'all always want to throw on us the flags on a man. It's some flags on a women too
Mhm.
that
Alright,
y'all need to start seeing. Y'all see these flags in the beginning, but y'all ignore it because she got a nice body. You know what I'm saying? She popular. You know what I'm saying? She pretty, and then you just ignore that. But she's kind of let you know already that she's a little crazy and that she didn't trust her ex. All you gotta do is let a woman talk. She gonna tell you her story.
Well, let's-
True that.
Men, y'all hide and don't tell us everything, and we gotta pull it and peel it off you and find out 8 months later that, you know what I'm saying, all these things happen to you. Like, what happened to you? I would have never talked to you. But women, you just let us talk.
I got a
we
super
will tell
question.
you everything.
I got one too. I just want. So piggybacking off what we just said, can you stay in a relationship when your significant other has committed,
Cheating.
the ultimate that ultimate.
So I just watched, I don't know if y'all watch. Y'all ever watch tonight's conversation? I know they going through some stuff right now, y'all. But
I've seen snippets of it, but I know.
So it's a lady on there or whatever, and she's like I always forget her name. You ever watch it?
I've seen it, but
Okay. So I don't know names, but if y'all ever see, it's a light skinned lady, or she goes on there and helps sometimes, and she's like a doctor or something like that, like in relationships and stuff. And she talked about, somebody got up and asked that question: can you still be with somebody if, you know what I'm saying, they've actually, you know what I'm saying, committed adultery, or, you know what I'm saying, cheated, like if you're not married. And it was like, can you, forgive them? And she said the only way that you can is if both of y'all work on it, because even though, let's just say the woman got cheated on, because I'm gonna use myself, use a woman. So the woman has to do the work too, because not only do you have to forgive, you got to heal yourself, because you don't have to just forgive him. You got to forgive yourself, because at the end of the day, me taking you back is a lot of toll on me, because it makes me feel weak as a woman that I would take a man back that would hurt me and that would cheat on me. So now I have to not only work on the relationship, I have to work on me as well. And she said that if a woman or a man, because it was a woman who got up and talked, so she said, as a woman, if you're not willing to work on yourself on top of forgiving him, then no, it's not going to work. You're always going to be triggered. Every time he leave the house, every time if his phone ring twice and the third time it don't go through, you're going to be like, is that a signal? Is that what? Everything's going to be a trigger, because you still haven't forgave yourself for taking him back. So if you're not willing to forgive yourself and forgive him and work on the problems that y'all have, then it's never going to work. You might as well just call it a quits now, because y'all going to have a lifetime of trauma, a lifetime of anger.
My super question?
Yeah, you got one, right?
My super question is this. All that has been said with the woman, taking the man back, nagging, dealing with this, right? So if the man changes and she keep trying to bring up old stuff, why is it when the man say, you know what, I'm done, I'm going to walk away and I'm going to free you up of all that agony and pain and all that I caused you, then the woman don't want him to leave, and then she cause trouble and make it hard for him to leave when he just trying to walk away.
Cause trouble like what?
Throwing his stuff out, tearing stuff up. Like,
that's not calling trouble. That's just called anger.
No, but what I'm saying is, you did all this nagging about him getting right, and once he got himself together and realized that, you know what, this is toxic, I'm out, I don't want to be there no more. Why do women cause trouble and make it hard for the man to leave, where he's doing himself and you a favor?
We just said that because she hasn't healed.
It just hurt.
It's hurt.
People
She's
hurt. So it's just
hurt.
like when some woman is like, when that's the situation and someone's feeling like, that he want to exit and leave, like, she's still upset about what has happened, and she's not over the fact that she just got cheated on, like, you know what I mean, or the fact that you even did it. So I think that just comes from just like hurt and just kind of wishing that it never happened type of situation.
And then if he leaves, you're gonna feel abandoned.
Well, hold on, I'm not even talking about the cheating part. Say that's way back.
A long time ago. But now she's gonna feel abandoned, because now I'm already dealing with the trauma 10 years ago, and now you in my face talking about I'm done, I can't do this. Now I'm already dealing with that trauma. Now I feel like you leaving me. Leaving me, and I'm still hurting over something you did 10 years ago.
No, but let's add this in, though. The woman saying, listen, you could just leave, because I don't want to be bothered with that.
She just said it because she's hangry. She's angry at everything.
I'm glad you said that. I don't like, and I hate when women say things that they don't mean. This is not a game.
Wait, hold on. When women say things,
both parties say a lot of stuff.
It's both. When people are hurt, they say what they say. Hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. That is so true. Mm-hmm. That is not like a fake. Now, do I like that saying? I teach that in my motivational moments classes. I can't stand the saying. I can't stand hurt people. Because if I'm bleeding, I shouldn't bleed on you. I should fix my wound first so I won't bleed on you. Mm-hmm. So I don't like when people say hurt people, because I've been hurt, and that don't mean that I want to go hurt the next person or hurt you just like you hurt me. I'm not a tit for tat person. So I always tell people, just because I'm hurting, I either need to break up with you in this, or either I need to find some kind of way to heal, because I don't want to, I'm going to be honest with you, I tell people this all the time. God forgive me for what I'm about to say. If I did half of what these men have done to me, they would be probably in a nut house if we had one in Buffalo, New York. They wouldn't be able to handle the same hurt. Y'all can't handle the same hurt that y'all imply on us.
Not at all.
So at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, hurt people don't always have to hurt people. But that saying is true. When you hurt, I say mean things to you. Fine. And I have to say, that is me. I am one of those people that I will not cheat on you. I will not do to you what you did to me. But my mouth will try to hurt you some kind of way.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Women, right? If the man didn't cheat,
Okay.
but the woman feel a lack thereof, and she goes out and cheat,
Right.
instead of cheating and leading the man on and, treating him like a king and, just basically blindfolding him, why don't y'all just leave or just call it quits with the relationship? What are you holding on to that you keeping him at the house and you going out to cheat?
Maybe because the man that she cheating with, he ain't gonna be with her. And the man at home is stability. She wants something to have.
I want to chime in a little. Just listening to all of this, right? I'm about to take it somewhere a little deep. Bear with me. I'm listening to everything like the cheating is that. But what's really ringing in my ear, we talk all the time, is God's kingdom agenda for relationships and marriages and things like that. And now it's so clear to see why he had things set up the way he did. Because none of this stuff would even be happening if people did relationships the way he wanted relationships done in the first place. The problem is, let's just take sex, right? Now, just imagine if people did sex the way it was meant to be, the way it was supposed to be, it being contained in the circumference of marriage. And it wasn't people just sleeping with everybody, people just giving themselves to boyfriends and all. If it was done the kingdom way, we wouldn't have all these issues that we have. God had a perfect kingdom agenda, but what did we do as men? We perverted it. We did what we wanted to do. We used it for selfish gain. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we are in these different struggles and things that we are in relationships, because we went against the grain and did it our way, which is totally wrong and totally messed up. That's why we have so much. That's why we have, all these sexually transmitted diseases. That's why we have all these broken homes. That's why we have all of this nut stuff that's going on, is because we didn't do it the proper way.
Talk about it.
So, it's crazy no matter what. And, I know this isn't like a Christian, podcast, but at the end of the day,
It's structure.
It's two believers is on, we create this thing, and it's just how I am. No matter what, we talk, we had these conversations. I can't escape the fact it's like God has always got to be throwing this, because it's like, that's the pure fix right there. If we did things the proper way, we wouldn't even be in these situations. We would be picking the right person because we wouldn't be unequally yoked. A lot of times we in these bad relationships because we unequally yoked with the person we with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I'm going to church, you staying at home.
Right.
I'm doing this, you doing that.
Right.
We ain't never here. We ain't never like this.
Right.
Because we on two different, we don't even supposed to be together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just with you because you cute. Or you good in bed.
Right.
You sex me the right way. And then I got all these memories of past relationships that I shouldn't have, because I wasn't supposed to be out here sleeping with Felicia. And now I'm comparing Felicia to Tina and what she did and what you know what I mean? And vice versa. You comparing what Darian did and what Derek did. Oh, nah, Derek went down on me crazy. I ain't doing it. Like I'm rolling with
Everybody all over
Darian.
the place.
Darian got that D.
Everybody
D ain't
all
just
over
for
the place.
Darian, it's for that D. But that's a fact, though. You know what I'm saying? Everything is all messed up because we went against the grain. We went against the kingdom agenda. And that's why we in these pitfalls. So it leads me to this question. It's so many. Let me go here, man. My mind's just, I got so many in my head right now. I'm going
Mine everywhere. I'm
Yeah, there's so many in my head right now. I'm gonna go here. Okay. Okay. Question: Can a woman steal you from your woman, and can a man steal you from your man? If he's really your man and that's really your woman, do you believe that a person can steal you from your significant other?
Okay, I'm gonna answer that first.
Yeah.
No, I do not think so. And I know a lot of, from my past experience, I conversate with a lot of women and stuff like that. And, like they ask the question, like you ask why men cheat, why this, why that. So they say a lot of times women be like, oh, I'm not trying to mess up a happy home, right? And my response to that is you can't mess up something that's already messed up. You know what I'm saying? So women and men end up getting together and she's like, oh, I feel like I've broken up your home. No, the home was already broken. That's the reason why he's out here and he's talking to you, because there's a void, there's something missing. He's already done. He's just still there and haven't left yet. So no, you can't be stolen.
Okay.
Unless you just want to go there. You can't nobody steal nobody.
I seen that question asked on Math Hoffa the other day, and everybody in it, and they had some good points. They was like, yo, if you can be stolen, or if your girl could be stolen, your dude could be stolen,
never had
it was never yours in the first place.
Exactly.
Can't take nothing that ain't yours.
I agree.
If it's yours, it's yours.
Yeah.
What they say, what God gave you, man can't take away. So that's why I always say, if it's your person, I watched the movie the other day, My Person. But if that's your person and God gave you this person, it don't matter who come. You know what I'm saying? Janet Jackson could come and
so let me ask you
say
this.
something.
Since you brought God into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is for you too. When you say, God, bring me somebody, do you feel like when you meet that person and he kind of meet a percentage of your expectations and you like, you know what, I found my person, do you think God sent you that person, or do you feel like you think God sent you that person and you act on that?
I have to say I'm guilty of that a lot of times.
Okay.
I feel in my mind when I'm dating or I'm talking to people, I'd be like, this is it. God sent me it. And then, HE double hockey sticks. And I'd be like, this was the devil brought me you. What they say, the devil used to be an angel at one time. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when God send you somebody, you won't question it. You will never sit here and say, did God send me him?
Yeah. And you'll know. You'll know
will
because
feel it
it'll
in
be
your
so
heart
right.
and you will feel it to your tip of your toes.
Yeah, you'll know.
I won't even question it. You know what I'll be saying? God, thank you. Not no, God, is this for me? I won't even have to ask God, is this for me? Because everything this man does, I'm going to be like, how did I deserve this? Thank you, God. Because I know I wouldn't have got nothing like this.
It's kind of tricky because sometimes God can send, I don't know, God can send you someone and it could be, you know, so everybody's not going to be your person. So I feel like sometimes God send you something for like a reason, a season, you know, a lesson, a blessing. So somebody could bring you somebody and it may be like, you know, this is not going to be the person that you end up with or anything like that, but they're going to teach you something for your next relationship or for your next, like, you know, journey in your life. And I feel like I've been there myself. Like, I feel like, like this guy that I met a while ago, and I was with him for a while, and I felt like, you know, at first it was like God sent, you know, like, okay, this is like perfect, you know, but then after a while I realized like, you know, he was God sent, but it was for like a reason and it was for a lesson. It wasn't for him to be like mine, but like I've learned from him and like he could be like someone that helped me be better for the next person. Right. So I think it just depends, but you know, everybody, you know, God gonna send people for different things.
Listen,
that put people in your life for
that was on point.
That was good. Because God definitely gonna send people for, you know what I'm saying, for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like he gonna have a plan and a purpose. Everybody, like you said, everybody in your life, what they say, everybody in your life is not meant to go to the next journey with you. Some people are just there for you to help you for your next journey. And the man that God sent just for to teach you, he threw that out there so you wouldn't mess up the one he actually sent you to spend the rest of your life with.
That's a fact.
He sent you for a reason. So that's what I meant. I meant your person, not your man. Because you could be dating your man and not be dating your person.
Okay.
God can actually send you your woman, but not send you your person. Because he's sending you your woman or sending you your man exactly what he said, for a purpose, for you to know what not to do for the next man, what not to say, how not to act, how to be, everything. Because guess what? We're going to have to fall a ton of times before we get up. But if we don't never fall, then we won't never know what it is to get up. So it's the same thing with failed relationships, failed marriages. Some people are so hurt because they have failure. And I always tell people it's okay to fall. It's just not okay to get back up. If I fall and I stay down, that's it. I'm never going to learn how it is to be with my person. So that's why I always say I never give up on relationships. Don't matter how bad I've been hurt, how, you know what I'm saying, horrible these people have been, because I know it's just a matter of time before you get your person. You know what I'm saying?
I got another super question.
Okay, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
So in the beginning, when we started off with, you said, why do men cheat?
Right.
If all the boxes are checked, right?
Right.
Now, you might be the woman that has all the boxes. Now, what if the man you with don't have all your boxes, but you still want to stay in that relationship? How do you fix that?
That is rough. How do you fix that if the man don't have all your boxes? I'm not gonna say I do this. I'm stuttering, but I'm not gonna say I do this. I'm saying I would like to. I would say that if a man doesn't have all your boxes, that's where communication comes in at. We need to talk, because how do I know he don't want to fulfill those boxes, but he don't know what my boxes is? Because everybody, her boxes ain't gonna be the same as my boxes. Your boxes ain't gonna be the same as his boxes. Something she may like in a man, I might be like, I don't really care if he do it or not. So that's where communication comes in. I need to tell this man that I am dating, that I'm giving my body to, that I'm giving my time. Because one thing I have to say, the most expensive thing in life is time. I don't have time. I can't be sitting here dating in my 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And on Christian Mingle, whatever the heck that is, and on all these different things. So that's where communication comes in. We need to talk. Because I need to know what I might think. That's another thing I didn't think about when I was talking. I may think that I check all his boxes. I might not check all his boxes. I might do a lot of great things, but what if the great things that I feel like I do is things that he don't even care about? He don't care that you cook. He don't care that you wash his clothes. He don't care that you cook the food in a house. He don't care that you clean. He don't care that you a hustler. He don't care that you pay for majority of the bills. Guess one thing he don't want you to do. He don't want you questioning him. He don't want you nagging him. He don't want you asking him where and when he's coming back. He don't want you asking the simple things that you like, but I do all these things. But those things don't matter, because the one thing that you feel like ain't a big thing is a huge thing for him. So the boxes I may think I check, I may not check them all for him. And the same thing vice versa. He may feel like, but I provide, I protect, I do all this stuff, but it ain't good enough. But you know why? It ain't good enough because you are not fulfilling my boxes. You're fulfilling your own boxes. In your mind, it's enough boxes. But in my mind, it's not.
Right.
So that's where communications come from. And that's the reason why us as people, that when we in a relationship or not in a relationship, if you dating somebody, you need to find out what their love language is. You will find out that if you don't know your significant other or the person you're talking to's love language, I may think that if we're dating, I may think your love language is, you know what I'm saying, gifts. And I'm giving you these gifts and everything, but your love language is, simple as touch. I never touch you. I never hug you. I never caress you. I never lay on you. And I'm thinking, because I go out and get you a gift and you like, I appreciate it, but that's not my love language. I'm always gonna fall short, but I think I'm doing enough. I think I'm wonderful as a woman.
Preach, Red.
But I may not be wonderful as a woman for you.
Right.
Preaching.
Because that's your love language.
Correct.
Is gifts. Right. So you giving your love language to the person and you don't even know it's.
You don't even know it.
And it don't cost you nothing.
Nope. The test free online.
I got a super question. Could y'all practice celibacy?
No.
Why?
I did it for 11 and a half months.
Wow.
That was a long time.
Well, I kind of said why earlier, but
if it was for like a reason, like a big reason.
So no,
I wouldn't do it. For what? That's what I'm saying. Like, what would be the reason? It had to be like some strong reason behind it. But at this point,
spiritual, connecting with God. Could you do?
I feel like I can connect with God other ways. That's how I feel.
I feel like at the end of the day, I've always wanted to tell you this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna look at this camera when I
say what you gotta say.
Speak your mind.
I don't understand how people will practice celibacy, but still drink, still smoke, still curse, still listen to. So you doing all these sins, but you practicing celibacy. Wait, hold on. I didn't say you. I was saying people who practice celibacy.
I do.
They're practicing celibacy. No, I know you do that, but you do other stuff too.
What?
That may
What
not.
I do?
You drink.
Every now and again.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
That's not a sin. No, that's not a sin. It says don't drink to get drunk. I don't get drunk. So let's talk. And I don't drink. I drink occasionally, every now and again. It don't drink to get drunk.
Every time
that's
I
the
seen
sin.
him, y'all, on Monday, he had a drink at this joint. So at the end
I
of the
did.
day, guess what?
I have wine. Yes, I do.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. A sin is still a sin.
That's not a sin, though. So you gotta tell me what a sin is. That's not a sin. I don't curse. I don't.
All.
When do you hear me curse? Tell me when time you ever heard me. Do you hear me curse?
Do you curse when you're like mad?
I have. Since I've given my life. Hold on, let me finish. Let me make my point. You're saying that it doesn't make sense for somebody to practice celibacy if they have a drink or if they may curse. So let me.
No, I'm talking about everything.
Well,
I didn't say that it didn't make sense. I mean, if somebody.
I'm referring to her.
Oh yeah,
I'm just referring to what she said. Because here's the thing: we're all going to sin until we leave here. We're born into sin. So there's always going to be a time in sin. We're not perfect beings, so we're going to do things imperfectly. But at the end of the day, if God has an agenda, I'm speaking for people who, like myself, who I made this choice because I went through a lot. I had a stroke. God brought me back from that. My wife passed away from cancer in 2020. So my whole this connection that I got with God and me changing my life around and me practicing celibacy was because it was real personal for me, because lust and all that drove my life for my whole entire life. I couldn't stay out of vagina. I'm keeping it real. Yeah.
But I don't want you to think that I'm saying that is anything wrong. You asked me and her.
Let me finish my point. All right. I'm bringing it down to you. Because you said you want to know, because you was real specific. If you cussing, if you doing it, so I'm about to break it down, though.
You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead, finish your point so I can get into my point. You ain't let me finish. Go ahead.
I was saying, I wasn't, you just used cussing and
you said drinking, cussing, what else I'm doing?
I'm talking about any sin. I'm saying, if I'm going to practice, I said me, because I don't think there's nothing wrong with you doing. Me personally, if I'm going to practice celibacy, right, to get closer to God, then I have to stop my other vices as well, because it doesn't make sense for me to stop having sex. I'm not talking about out here. I'm talking about I'm in a relationship. So for me to stop having sex, but then I'm doing the other things. Right. If I'm going to stop and get closer to God, then I should stop everything that I'm doing to get closer to God. That's what I was saying.
That's a fact.
I wasn't saying is anything wrong with people practicing celibacy, because I feel like practicing celibacy when you are single, I don't think nothing's wrong with that, because sometimes, like you said, you're out here, you know what I'm saying, doing people's dishes a lot, and that will take you off your game plan. Right. I know people that are out here every night. Every time I turn around, they're like, oh, I'll call you back. I'm about to get up with this girl. But you stopping for the fact that you could be out making money. You could be doing other things. Right. You're putting too much time into that. They should be somebody that's practicing it. But what I'm saying is that I personally, you asked me and her as women, why? And I'm saying, me personally, I'm not going to practice celibacy or want to if I'm in a relationship or dealing with somebody, because I feel like it's other stuff, like she said, that I can do to get closer to God. And until I'm ready to stop doing all the other stuff, I'm not going to stop this. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with you doing.
It's steps to it, though. It's steps to what you want to do for yourself personally.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, if I drink, if I get high, if I sniff lines, if I love sex, it's like, okay, one thing at a time that I can start with. And, for him, it was celibacy. And then it could be other steps along the way to help him get to the goal that he's looking to do. You know what I mean? So, that's just where it is. Like, you can't just stop everything all at one time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like when people stop smoking, they got to get the patch.
Well, I got to make this point before we get out. See, the thing about it is, a lot of people think that way. I gotta stop. I can't stop. It's not. See, the thing about it is, when you get on your knees and you get one-on-one with God, God comes in and takes things off of you. Because if you could do everything yourself, why would you need God? So it's like, it's not nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would still be knee deep in vagina right now. But the thing about it is he took that off of me. I prayed for that because it was running my life. Lust was running my life, and for me, I was like, yo, I got to get control of this, so I can get control of other. Because self-control is a fruit of the spirit. You got to have self-control. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I was like a crackhead. Okay, so it was deep for me. I had to do this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm gonna get control of this thing in my life because this thing has been running. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm be straight real. I thought I was gonna die with that. I thought I was never gonna be able to get a hold of that. It had a hold on me. Right. And I didn't want nothing driving me like that I couldn't have a hold on.
So you had a different issue though. It was sex addiction. So it was a little different. You actually didn't have somebody else that just doing celibacy that don't have a sex addiction. They just decide, I'm gonna go be celibate. You are totally different. So we get why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it was like, and then God, and then it's in the word. Say, you know what I'm saying? Those who are sexually immoral and things of that nature won't inherit the kingdom. It says that.
Right.
So if I'm reading this and I'm trying to be one-on-one with God, I got to do what His words say. If I want to have that one-on-one relationship with Him, right. Because it's not about religion. It's about relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and so for me to have that relationship, how am I have a relationship with Him if I'm not gonna do what He say?
Right.
That's kind of productive. So that's I don't want to go to. We almost at that time. So
I got one more question for the ladies.
Oh, for y'all out there, we're gonna do a part 3 because it's so much else that we didn't touch on today, so we got to go back in.
So one more question.
Go ahead though.
Right. In a relationship, a lot of times men and women get together. They didn't date first. They just hooked up, and then they end up together, living together, building on each other. They may both be wild, and let's just say they cheated on each other, right? In order to fix that and to really gain each other's trust and gain each other's, communication and understanding, can y'all as women say, hey, you know what? Let's both be celibate, work on our relationship, take sex out of the equation, and let's get to know each other intellectually. Let's get to know each other's love language. Let's do everything that we are supposed to do from the beginning. Can you do that for 30 days and start fresh? Or you would rather just walk away?
Yeah, I mean, I could stop having sex for 30 days.
It's 30 days.
That's cool. I feel like if that's what it took.
Yeah. When I said celibacy, you looked real like.
I mean, but what I'm saying is,
you was like, hell no.
I mean, no. What I said was like, what would I do that for? So if I'm single and I'm not talking to anybody, like 9 times out of 10, I probably won't be having sex with anybody anyway, because I'm a type of person where I'm gonna have sex with somebody that I'm like in tune with, that I'm like dealing with, that's like my person, like somebody that I'm like talking to heavily. Right. But I'm not just out here just, you know what I mean? So that's why I say like, I'm gonna have sex, but I'm not gonna say I'm celibate. But if it took like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and I'm with someone, I mean, I don't see what would be wrong with that. Like, I'm not like a horn dog where I gotta have, like, I got to. So I think that I would be able to do. I mean, I would be able to do.
Okay,
that.
one last one. I got it because that just spun. Could you date somebody that was practicing celibacy and wanted to be with you? Could you take that and you really liked him? He was everything. All your exes and your boxes.
So is he practicing like? Is he like till marriage?
Let's say for the same reason. Yeah,
marriage?
Saving himself for marriage, and he's trying to walk that.
No,
step with God.
I'm not gonna date anybody, and we're not having sex until we get married.
No. I'm not either.
Nah?
That's stupid.
I'm not going to wait.
What about if you're like whack?
What if you horrible?
Or what about if our sex drives are different? Or what about it? Like I don't know what you got going on. Like I gotta I can't see. I gotta at least see what you got going on, or at least kind of have some type of sample.
So let me ask you this:
no way,
because a lot of women,
I agree with you. A
lot of women like to do that.
Do y'all test drive the cars before y'all buy them?
Hold on, listen.
I'm just making sure.
I understand that. But my question is this: okay, y'all different, right? So sometimes, like even on social media, I see it all the time. Women be like, "Oh, don't waste my time because I'm dating to get married." But it's just like you got to test drive. You got to get to know that person. So you telling me you just want to jump right into it and hit the ground running and just pay for the car? You ain't drive it. You ain't did nothing, because a lot of women just out here like, "Oh, I want to be a wife. I want to get married," but they not even
steps.
You understand what I'm saying?
A lot of people do want to just jump head forward, but that's why a lot of them people that say that is the people that's still saying that.
So what do you say? Because y'all like, hey, I ain't just trying to get into a relationship with a guy who don't want to have sex, because a lot of times women meet guys and guys want to have sex. Women be like, oh no, let's wait. A lot of times women want the guys to wait 3 months.
Yeah, I don't think nothing wrong with
You
that.
wait 3 months?
What's wrong with 90 days?
Three months is cool.
That's good. We talking about.
What I'm saying is, if like I'm dating a guy and like we might not get married for 3 years, I'm not just not gonna have sex with him for 3 years just because he don't want to have sex.
Even if he's a perfect guy and the guy that you
I have to before we have sex. Before we get married, I would have to know
for certain people.
Because then, say if it's whack when we get there, it's just like, okay, this is not working out. Or say if he had like a disease. What about if he had a disease or something and I had no idea and this is why he's celibate? Or hey, by the way, you know what I mean? I got genital warts. It's like, oh, that's why you're not having sex. We don't know what's going on. I gotta test something out.
Also, okay, so
what if he lying? Saying he have a celibacy, but he really got a girl.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
What about when y'all get married? I never had sex, and then he's trans.
But listen,
and they're like, oh, you got what I got.
You're very.
Oh my God.
You're extreme.
Listen,
I'm just saying you don't know.
Okay, so listen.
That was the case. All right, I'm celibate, and then 3 years later, he pulled his pants down, and he got a coochie like me. Now what?
What if he pulled his pants down and it looked like a coochie because it's this little?
That's what I'm saying. Or never been circumcised. Like we don't know. Now I was like, okay, you know what I mean?
Okay, so listen, right? That goes back to the beginning when he said about, marriage and the Bible and stuff like that, right? Okay. Say y'all women, y'all experience, y'all get with a guy, he's the perfect guy, he checks all your boxes. Hold on, he checks all your boxes, right?
Okay, right? You know, I gotta get this out.
And my thing is when you like, what if he whacked this and other? Now let's take that out the equation. You have to think back the first time you had sex, right? So say if people really did everything right and when you found your person, neither one of y'all had sex, but y'all have to learn each other and y'all have to build on each other and show each other what each other like.
And basically, what y'all saying, is God's basically saying God made a mistake and God's agenda is not the right agenda.
No, that's
what y'all saying. Yes, that's clearly what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
That's not what we're saying.
But yes, my thing is, like
I
what you said.
I gotta test drive that joint. I gotta see what he working with that joint. I gotta see if it sit right.
So
if I can sit on that joint. If that joint gonna be right when I.
If you really like this person.
But God said don't do that. So basically you saying what God way, that ain't the way. God,
I'm saying God is exactly right. But I'm saying God, you still working
God was
on
tripping.
Me. No, I'm saying God, you still working on me. That's what I'm saying.
Talk to him, tell him he was tripping.
No, I'm gonna tell God that
I gotta test that out.
I make mistakes and I'm still working on me. But I'm not getting nothing, no papers on nothing without trying it out first.
But you know what?
Because
the funny thing is,
to me, marriage is forever. That's how I feel.
But here's the funny thing. Goes back to what he said. That's why we all messed up.
We all messed up.
Yeah,
because guess what? You don't know what's good or bad if you ain't never had it.
If you ain't never had it. See, God's agenda, we weren't supposed to even know how to want to test that out to see if this joint is long enough or if it's like this or that, if it's that way or that way. We weren't even supposed to know that.
That's true.
All right, it's around that time, so we gotta get our last. We gotta get it back in, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to go back in on this one, man. Cause
she gonna be in ATL.
I know you want to come back, man. Chop it up with us, man.
I will be back if we won, but whatever.
Yeah.
If we would have won that, I would have right back for that parade.
So you gonna stay away for a while?
No. I mean,
okay.
I'm always up in and out.
Well, thanks for stopping through with us today.
Nah, word was dope.
Good time for sure.
Appreciate it. You here for the duration? I gotta deal with all this heat. You gonna sit next to Mac next week?
I want to sit next to.
It was way too much heat.
It was smoke in the city over there.
I thought it was cool.
I like it though. I like it. It's smoke in the city. I like it.
Nah, this my homie.
I don't want to sit next to him anyway, y'all, because he is a KC fan, and I feel like
this is true.
You know what? We're going to keep that for another time because, you know what I'm saying? KC fans, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You see, kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's all right.
I still love you.
Listen, at the end of the day, it's sports, it's entertainment. I think it's scripted.
For sure.
When the Bills get into the new stadium, I think that's when we have a new outcome.
Listen, man, like, share, subscribe, please. You know what I mean? Spread the word. We need y'all to show love. You know what I mean? We really trying to make this platform be everything they need to be, but it can't be that if y'all guys don't reach back and show some love. It's free. All you gotta do is dupe. Just press that.
Like and subscribe.
One time down. Dupe it for us, man. Subscribe.
Any last words?
TylerMar.com. New album coming out. You know what I'm saying? Got a single out right now called Favorite Album, February 7th.
Mr. Hollywood Mac _ on IG. This is the Vision Podcast.
Hold on. Raquel, all your socials? Cause you know she go.
I got on them last week, y'all. I got them. They just skipped me over last week. Yeah. But I already said all my socials is Pretty Girls on the Rocks, and also you can find me on Facebook, Raquel Hall, or you can find me on Instagram, motivationalmoments._. So y'all, if y'all want to follow me and follow, the journey of turning your pain into your purpose, hit me up.
Miss Nina Mac on all platforms.
Come on, it's the vision, y'all.
The Vision Podcast.
Until next
Peace
week.
and love. We signing off.